The rope braid is one of those foundational techniques that seems a little tricky when you first try it, but becomes absolutely second nature once your hands learn the motion. It's simpler than it looks, really. Just 2 strands, a twist, and a cross. But the results are beautiful, and once you master this technique, you'll be able to create countless variations and updos. Today, we're focusing entirely on mastering the basic rope braid. Tomorrow, in day 11, we'll build on this skill with gorgeous variations. But first, you need to understand the fundamental motion. I'm demonstrating on pigtails so you can see the technique clearly on both sides. And yes, you'll even see the difference between perfectly executed technique and slightly uneven tension. Real learning happens when we see both. Let's dive in. I've prepared my model's hair by putting it into 2 pigtails. This gives us clean, manageable sections to work with and lets you see the rope braid technique clearly without other hair getting in the way. You can create rope braids in other contexts, single ponytails, half-up styles, incorporated into updos, but for learning the technique, pigtails are perfect. You get to practice twice, and you can compare your results side by side. If you're following along at home, go ahead and create 2 pigtails on your daughter. Make sure they're secured well at the base. Now, take 1 pigtail and separate it into 2 equal sections. Try to make them as even as possible. If one section has significantly more hair than the other, the rope braid will look lopsided. Hold 1 section in your right hand and 1 in your left. These are the only 2 pieces you'll be working with, much simpler than a 3-strand braid in that sense. Now, you might be tempted to hold 1 strand straight and just twist the other strand around it. That technique technically will create a twisted look, but it's not the correct rope braid technique and it won't hold as well. The proper way is to twist both strands individually while also crossing them over each other. Think of it this way. Each strand gets its own individual twist, and then the 2 twisted strands wrap around each other as you work down the length of the hair. It sounds more complicated than it is. Let me show you. Hold the right section gently in your right hand. You're going to twist this strand clockwise. That means turning it away from you, rotating it in a clockwise direction as you look down at it. Keep the twist consistent, not too tight. You don't want to stress the hair, but firm enough that the twist holds. This is the right hand doing a clockwise twist, remember that. At the same time, your left hand is twisting the left strand counter-clockwise. That means turning it toward you, the opposite direction from the right hand. Right hand clockwise, left hand counterclockwise. Both strands are being individually twisted, but in opposite directions. This is what creates the rope effect. The opposing twists lock together when you cross the strands. Now, here's where it all comes together. You're twisting both strands, right hand clockwise, left hand counterclockwise, and then you're crossing the strands over each other. Twist right, twist left, cross them over. Slide your hands down slightly and repeat. Twist right, twist left, cross over. Keep a good amount of tension on both strands. If you let them get loose, the rope will unwind and fall apart. You need that tension to keep everything locked together. It's a rhythm. Twist, twist, cross, slide down. Twist, twist, cross, slide down. Continue this motion all the way down the length of the hair until you reach the ends. When you reach the bottom of the twisted strands, secure the hair with an elastic band. Make sure it's tight enough to hold the rope braid in place. Now, here's the test. Let go of the rope braid. If you did it correctly, if you maintained good tension and twisted in the right directions, the rope will stay intact. It won't unwind. See? It holds. That's how you know you got it right. If it unravels when you let go, that means the tension was too loose or the twists weren't consistent. That's okay. That's how we learn. Try again. Learning new techniques takes practice, and that's exactly what we're doing together in this series. Building skills step by step, celebrating the process, not rushing to perfection. If you're enjoying this journey and you'd love more encouragement for raising daughters with intention, I'd be honored to have you join my weekly newsletter. We talk about far more than hairstyling. We're building a community of mothers who care deeply about treasuring each season of girlhood without rushing her to grow up. It's become a space I genuinely value. You can sign up through the link in the description below or on the screen. Now, let's practice on the other side. Take the second pigtail and separate it into 2 equal sections. Now repeat the exact same motion we just practiced. Right hand twists clockwise, left hand twists counterclockwise. Cross the strands over each other. Twist, cross, slide down. Twist, cross, slide down. It's sometimes easier to do if you just use your fingers to pinch starting at the top, instead of trying to hold the whole length of hair and cross it over like you were holding jump ropes. Twist, cross, slide down. Twist, cross, slide down. Keep that tension balanced and consistent, not pulling the scalp tight, but firm enough that the rope holds its shape. Feel the rhythm developing? That's your hands learning the muscle memory. The first few times you do this technique, you'll be thinking through every step, clockwise, counterclockwise, cross, slide. But after you've practiced several times, your hands will just know. The motion becomes automatic. Secure the end with another elastic. There, 2 rope braids, 1 on each side. Now, look at both braids and compare them. Do you see how the strand on the left is much more attractive and even than the one on the right? This one has consistent tension throughout. The twists are uniform. The rope has a smooth, polished appearance. This one has some spots where the tension loosened, or where the twists weren't quite as tight. You can see slight variations in the rope pattern. That's the difference balanced tension and consistent motion make. This is exactly why we practice. Your first rope braid might not be perfect. Your second might be better. By the 5th or 6th time, your hands will have learned the rhythm and the tension, and you'll be creating beautiful, even rope braids without even thinking about it. Don't be discouraged if your first attempts look like my right side example. Just keep practicing. Once you have this trusty technique down, there are so many hairstyles and updos you can create. Rope braids work beautifully in half-up styles, wrapped around buns, incorporated into crowns, used as accents in more complex updos. They add gorgeous texture and interest, especially with thick hair. Tomorrow, day 11, we're going to build on this exact skill with beautiful rope braid variations. But you need to master the foundational technique first. And that's what today was about. So, if you're practicing tonight or this weekend, focus on that motion. Twist right clockwise, twist left counterclockwise, cross and slide. Get that rhythm in your hands. you're building a skill that will serve you for countless future styles. Easy to follow rope braid tutorial, simple twist and cross motion, a little practice to master, and endless possibilities once you've got it. This is day 10 of 25 days of intentional elegance. Tomorrow we build on this with gorgeous rope braid variations, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. If you're looking for handmade hair accessories to complement these styles, everything I create is available in my shop. The link is right below. Thanks for practicing with me today. You're doing great. See you tomorrow.